5. I've collected all the collectibles. There's also a ton more weapons, as you can see. Assault rifles, sawn-off shotguns, that sort of thing. It's based over 3 nights, but it's not done in the episodic fashion in the original. It's literally like you go from the beginning of the game, finish the first night, and then it rewinds to the beginning of the first night again, but it's slightly different, and again, you'll see. And finally it introduces to Mr. Scratch, who was shown within episode 5 of Alan Wake, I think. The one that Zane said, your friends will meet him when you're gone. So, let's get going. Start a new story. It's a lot more action oriented as well. See, old gods of Asgard were here. Our friend Barry Wheeler, still wearing that same bloody top.
Becomes hopelessly blurred, and nowhere as vividly as in Night Springs.
Though it doesn't take place within.
The man before you is a champion of light. He is part of a conflict between darkness and light that is both ancient and eternal. He is chasing a dangerous quarry, the Herald of Darkness. His evil doppelganger, known only as Mr. Scratch.
I'll catch you eventually!
Maybe. But what are you gonna do then? By then, I'll have had my hands on everything you love.
Please let me know if you actually like these series of recordings, so I wouldn't mind redoing a recent one that came out. I can't remember its name. Time Crash, something like that. I can't remember. Because it has some bits to do with Alan Wake in it as well.
The man has been brutally spat out from the darkness that surrounds the shores of our reality. He has come to fight a decisive battle in Night Springs.
Basically, this isn't the original, as I said, this isn't the original town from the original game. But, as you can see, it's kind of like there are weak points. It does explain it. There are weak points between the realities, and yeah. So what this is basically, I think it's one of the pages. I don't realise that could ruin the whole story. And basically, it says that there's weakened points, a bit like, like of an earthquake, weakened areas of land where there's the barrier or the barrier of source between the dimensions of the darkness and our world are thin. The good thing about this one is it's a lot more action oriented. And if you notice, this doesn't work on them anymore. If you notice, the battery thing recharges a hell of a lot quicker. Because then you have to focus the beam of light.
In another life, the man was a writer. He still practices that art, forging weapons of war out of ideas. But the violent currents that brought him here have scattered the pages he has written.
As I tried to do with the other one, I will try and not talk whenever it's doing explaining or conversing, because this game is really only on the 360 and is available on Xbox One. backwards compatibility if you wish to play it. But it's really for those who are truly interested, really, I guess.
The lights
Still
in the
unsure there is
motel
ever going to be a
promise
sequel.
safety. The man
I hope there is.
senses that the solution to his predicament begins there.
I truly think it's one of them stories that does deserve an ending.
Somewhere within the Earth, space itself has been pierced, and from dark depths runs a steady flow of monsters. The man recognizes the hand of his evil double in this. He knows he must put an end to this madness.
So, as I was saying, in this one, the doppelganger, the
Stay
clone
here
of
now.
sorts, the Valen that was created, is now like with the lady in black from the first game. I can't remember her name. There's a lot of other places to go as well. But the good bit about this one is there's a lot more variance between the different enemies, sorry.
Oh, hell. This isn't gonna be good. Is this on? How can you tell? I'm sorry, I'm not very good with gadgets. That's more like it. I'll be right with you. I just gotta do this one thing. I like it quiet. I bet you're wondering why this is happening. Why am I doing all this? Why am I so hell-bent on ruining your life? You're cramping my style. You've got money, fame, everything you could want. But you don't know what to do with it. I do. I'm all the things you never had the balls to go for. Having more fun, too. Difference between us. I'm not afraid to be the center of attention. This poor slob's just collateral damage, really. Beat some information out of him earlier. But this part? This is just for kicks. So quiet.
So yes, if you noticed, that was the actor that they use as visual reference for Alan. And it's also the voice, so that they can, well, do live action shots of an unreal character.
Hello?
Hey, it's you. remember me, right? Emma? Emma Sloan?
I think you might have something that belongs to me.
Really?
Typewritten page?
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I did find a page like that. I don't even know where it came from. It was all this weird stuff about the oil derrick and a satellite.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, I don't know how you knew I had it, but I guess it's yours. Listen, what's this all about? There are these really creepy guys hanging around the oil derricks. There's something really weird about them.
They're dangerous. I'm gonna deal with them. Try to stay out of their sight, okay? And stay in the light. They hate the light. Just to be clear, you should know that we haven't actually met before.
Sure we have, Mr. Wake. Remember you stayed at the motel here.
No, the guy you're talking about just looks like me, even if he uses my name. He's behind all this trouble.
Oh, I thought, now that you mention it, I guess your aura looks a lot nicer than his, actually. I'm very sensitive to things like that.
There's a bunch of stuff I need to find.
The things mentioned on that page? Well, there's a lot of old crap lying around this place.
Great, thanks.
I think you should be able to find everything, except the saddle, obviously. Are you gonna tell me what this is?
I don't think that'd go well.
Why don't you let me be that?
Fine. The page is a formula for rewriting reality. Either I close a strange portal to a place that isn't in our world, or shadowy serial killer monster things keep pouring out of there.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
You can think what you want about me, but there's still bad guys around. Be careful.
Well, you might be nuts, but I've seen the way they move, the way they look. I'll buy that.
They're cold taken. They aren't really human. Not anymore.
And they're climbing out of the oil well? What, do they have secret headquarters down there, or...?
No, that's where the point of connection is. It's a hole that leads to, well, it's a really nasty place. That's why I need to close it.
And the guy who looks like you opened it, because he was hanging around the oil field before.
He gets around, unfortunately. Thanks for helping me.
Oh, I wish I thought you were just a nutcase.
Actually, I kind of expected you to.
Me too. But I feel like this is how it's supposed to go. Isn't that weird?
Not really. I get that a lot in my line of work.
Do anyway.
I'm a writer.
Obviously.
What was that you said about my aura?
Oh, I'm very spiritual, you know. I can see auras, but I only use it for healing and helping people. I'm like a wise woman, you know? I give people insight and advice.
Look, just because I say crazy things doesn't mean I believe everything.
Don't be like that. Maybe you take a few crystals with you if you're going out there. It might be dangerous. They soothe your energies and focus your mind. It's fantastic.
And they help me take out the bad guys?
Oh, well, no, not as such.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm...
Or I have some wonderfully potent herbal detox suppositories.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry, I was trying to get a better angle there. Nail gun. No, I think I'll start with the handgun instead of a nail gun.
The Champion of Light recognizes the page he got from the woman. It is a weapon of his own design, custom engineered to destroy the dark portal. If he
I guess it's
recreates the
about time I
conditions of
went
the
full
page,
auto.
a great power will be unleashed.
See, when you pick up the pages of the book in this one, you actually have rewards. Like a full machine gun. Well, submachine gun. Right, now we have to go hunting around for the different things to change. The story. Basically, this idea, from what I can tell of what I've seen of Alan Wake 2, was taken from just a test for Alan Wake 2, which is you can rewrite reality by placing certain things in certain areas. That's
That's one thing down.
he can change reality within, from what I've seen of the Alan Wake 2, or the ideas they had. I think they implemented some of them in this by placing certain objects in certain places, you know, like you can change reality by placing like cones across a road, so instead of a vehicle going straight when it turns left. Magnum. What's more powerful? Options. Play. Yeah, I'll stick with the Magnum. Also in this one, the bad guys are different as well. They're not just the box standard, I think I said this earlier, the box standard take, they're also like, the birds turn into people. Yeah, weird one, isn't it?
That's 2. Just one more to go.
I bet the rewriting reality thing, it would make more sense for them to get up to the top of the hill with the thing. To show you what I mean. Basically, you'll find in this, he finds pages, and the page will say something that's completely different to the way reality actually is. And once he places those things, so the reality on the page matches the reality in that's around him, that thing in the book or the page will happen. So, like, you know, the whole satellite thing makes sense.
The enemy tears itself in two to avoid the hated light. It becomes weaker, but more numerous. Such is the arithmetic of horror.
See, didn't have those in the other game, did we?
That was just messed up.
Certainly was.
Something tells me I'm really gonna need the extra. That's everything.
The man has found the battery, but it is empty. It will need to be recharged.
I think what the bad guys there are. I think there's those splitty ones we just saw. There's the birds, but they now convalesce into a man, or merge into a man. I think that's it. I think. Oh, and these we'd spray you with jerks. Creepy as all hell.
I need this battery charged.
No problem. Here you go.
Thanks. Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen exactly when I do this. My memory's a little hazy.
I don't even know what that means.
All I'm saying is you don't want to come anywhere near the oil field, all right? This thing could get out of hand.
In the middle of highly flammable materials. Great.
I'll do my best to contain it.
Just please don't turn out to be some kind of crazy terrorist guy, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go now. Wish me luck.
Wait a sec, I want to ask you about something first. What did you mean with that my memory's a little hazy thing?
I had a pretty rough time coming here. It was like being caught in a tsunami. I blacked out for a while. It's hard to explain. There's a barrier of sorts that I had to break through. I was lucky to make it here with my wits as intact as they are.
So you might have brain damage, you're about to do great things with a magic piece of paper, and you came here from another dimension?
No, I'm from New York. I was just visiting other dimensions.
Oh, yeah, okay. My bad.
So as you can see, Alan's now a lot more versed in what he's been doing. Which I think would be a really good thing to show in the next one. Maybe they'll show him have him forget everything, and then get better at what he does again as the game goes on with the next one. I think you really should have Barry with like survivor's guilt, the wife with like terrified, even more terrified of the night, whatever. Then maybe have Alan once he emerges, like Sigourney. I'd say like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, or Ripley in Aliens. You know, first time around, afraid of it. Or she was afraid of the aliens second time around. Now she's like you know, still afraid, but more, I don't give a damn sort of attitude.
It's a little sad how many problems you can solve with buckshot.
I don't know which one's better. I guess I'll stick with this. Uh-huh. I may do the next episode and the last episode in one. Sorry, no, it's 2 and 3 on one video because the first episode's always the longest because where they set everything up, you know, story one was. Or if I remember rightly, the third night on this is rather fast.
Time to make some serious changes.
The wheel was in place, the oil was flowing, the battery was attached, the lights were blinking, the CD was playing in the boombox. The wheel was in place, the wheel was flowing, the battery was attached, the lights were blinking. Where is this? Oh, of it. Place the battery, press the button. I'm probably going to get copyright strike for this next bit. I'll probably let it play for about 10 seconds, but get rid of it. Sorry for jumping a little bit there, it's just I didn't want a major copyright strike.
think I noticed. That's the last of them. We're good.
What the hell was that?
Easy. I got him. You're safe. I need you to tell me what you know about him. The guy who looks like me.
There was a party in one of the rooms. It was pretty wild. I'm not sure which room it was in.
You didn't attend.
No, I wasn't there. But it got way out of hand. Anyway, I heard that he went to the diner and there was a fight there or something. Maybe you could find out more from there. I got some keys that you could maybe use.
You just happen to have the keys, huh? Fine. I'll take a look. Stay here.
Like hell. I'm getting out of here as soon as you leave so I could close up this place and go home.
Emma, you really want to stay here in the light.
Yeah, thanks for the advice, but I'm not sticking around. Just go already, okay?
Are you okay?
I guess. Thanks for the help. Were those what'd you call them? The Taken? What are they?
It's complicated. Short version, the darkness can take people over. That's why I had to destroy the oil derrick. Otherwise, they would have overrun the place.
Wow, I didn't think you'd actually do it. I mean, I didn't think it'd work. That's crazy.
Let me just try one more time at the risk of sounding like a broken record. It's bad out there. I don't want you hurt. You should stay put.
Yeah, while you turn this place into an inferno, run around shooting things up and play some kind of weird games with your psycho evil twin. Don't get me wrong, you're nice for a weirdo. I'm impressed as hell by all of this, but enough is enough. I seriously just want to get out of here, okay?
And I think it'll be explained why she can't. Because it's explained, if I remember rightly, because it's why Alan can't just go to his wife. You know, you can't just go, free now, bye.
A poltergeist. Its existence is one of rage and hostility, and its very presence turns ordinary objects into deadly projectiles.
Oh, shit!
Famous pancakes. And you can see the observatory's over there. Wink wink, important.
The scene. Traces of violence. A callous midnight snack. A room key left carelessly behind. The man recognizes the enemy's handiwork.
I think these are keys for the motel rooms.
I think there's another gun thing behind here. Case, you know, I needed the manuscript to open. Manuscript, posh word for like plans for a book, I think. Anyone knows what manuscript means? Answers in the comments.
Emma Sloan was a believer in a great many things,
Don't mind having
most
likes.
of which were entirely fallacious.
Don't really mind care about dislikes either. Small donation. Any small donation. Any donations.
Emma
Greatly
Sloan,
appreciated. They will be
an
used to
innocent victim of his dark half,
upgrade.
more collateral damage in the ongoing war. Damned by forces beyond her control as much as by her own actions.
You get a chance? If you get a chance, check out my fiance's channel. Raven Hair Wonder. Or the brother-in-law's channel, Crazy Gunner. 666. Alright.
Damn it! Why didn't you listen?
Uh-oh. I think it's this one, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
Michael Farabee, dead, tortured, dressed in clothes that bore the name of a local observatory. A slim lead, but solid enough. It stirs something deep in his mind. He knows where to go now.
I think this is also where that video was taken by Mr. Scratch. It was on a bed, I think, so it would have been facing that way. Maybe that's the chair as well.
The observatory, hot on the heels of the Herald of Darkness, the Champion of Light forges on to see the stars.
You may notice it's a very hammy story. If I remember rightly, the whole idea
An
of
observatory,
Ranelagh was
a
taken
place for a
from
man
one of
to
the
witness
episodes
the
he wrote for
magnificence
Night
of the
Springs.
universe. But such insights are not what the Champion of Light is looking for.
Barry
He has
mentioned it
come
in his
to find a
Night Springs
weapon.
episode. On one of the screens he says, do you remember something about it? He says something about, do you remember when you read a few episodes? Think of it basically, this one story is basically like Groundhog's Day. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Welcome back, listeners. As you know, I'm Eddie Rodman, and I'm still talking to old gods of Asgard, who are doing their big comeback tour. How's that been going for you? Odin?
Splendid! I'm having the time of my life. You know, I didn't realize how much I'd missed that.
And what about you, Thor?
It's okay, you know.
Well, this must bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful to be back on stage. If it wasn't for my knee, I'd feel like a young man again.
Well, speaking of that, I hate to keep harping on this age thing, but I gotta tell you, I've heard your new songs, guys, and you sound really good.
Thank you.
And, this may be a touchy subject, but to be blunt, you really don't sound, well, old. I mean, the difference between your speaking voice and your singing voice, it's pretty striking.
What the hell are you talking about? You saying it's not us singing on that record? What? What's he talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, guys, but I can't help noticing the difference.
Son, you're on thin ice. You calling me a liar?
Whoa, hey, let me just step in here for a moment, boys. Yeah, Eddie, they do sound different, but believe me, we're not talking Milli Vanilli here. These guys are the real deal. Why don't you come to the gig tomorrow night and see for yourself? Once they get on that boom, things get real.
Really?
Believe me, they they're possessed. It's almost like magic. Look, you see my boys play, you see the old gods for real. These guys project a lot of power. They're not lightweights, you know what I'm saying?
I'll see if I can make it. Now, let's take another quick break here. We'll play the new Old God single. Don't you go away.
Nice to know that Barry's doing alright. Yeah, flare ammo. No flare gun. Yeah, so no flare gun. Even the ammo. I know it's a lot easier, or I find it a lot easier to take out. I find it a lot easier to take down the Taken than this one. It feels like the aiming has been very alternate. So it's in the same way where it follows wherever the torchlight goes, but it just feels very tighter now, I guess. Anyway, I can put it.
Hello? I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows, and... Wait a moment, it's you! I can't believe you dare show your face around here again. Go away.
It wasn't me. I just look like him.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Please!
I'm trying to stop him. You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right? I bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy. I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look the same, there's a lot we share. I mean, up here, I know you, right? So I was thinking maybe we could... These guys are getting out of control. Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort to... Never mind.
Yeah, so he's, as you can tell, he's kind of the complete opposite of Alan.
Just a moment, I'll send the lift down to you. I didn't expect to see anyone here tonight, but I'm relieved to see an actual person. That's assuming this isn't some kind of cruel trick on your part, of course.
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's a strange astronomical event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify, but I think it's disabled our satellite. There's a very peculiar signal that we're receiving.
A signal? That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he. But he didn't seem to understand it at all. He got very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind. I believe the event is still going on, but we can't pick it up.
Is there something we can do?
What he broke is essentially just a special camera, but we can't use the telescope without it. There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Consider it done. Tell me more about the signal.
It's almost as if something's being transmitted to Night Springs. It's the strangest thing. It's quite elusive, almost as if it wasn't properly there. I don't know how to describe it.
So, what was the signal like?
I wish I knew. He appeared before I had a good fix on it. He was very pleasant when I was working, but when I isolated the signal, he suddenly forced me out of the control booth. He said it was none of my business. He seemed to change. Somehow he was very smooth and charming before that, but suddenly he became, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I want to talk about it.
I have to ask, do you always wear that to work?
I was at a party for a local art exhibition. Fascinating works. When I was called away by my assistant, Michael was the first to spot this event. I don't know where he is now, actually. He was supposed to bring us some food, but he never showed up.
Tell me about the event.
Oh, it's quite fascinating. It looks as if stars were changing, somehow. Or shifting positions. It isn't really happening, of course. Most likely it's caused by some kind of atmospheric refraction phenomenon, but I've never seen anything like it.
Did he hurt you?
No, he didn't quite threaten me exactly, but those shadowy things started to crawl into view, and whatever the signal was, he seemed to be extremely frustrated. He just started breaking things. I thought it best not to interfere.
You were lucky. He's done much worse.
Yes. He showed me a knife, and he kept... He enjoyed the sound of his own voice. A proper maniac. You really aren't anything like him, are you?
Believe me, I try very hard.
luck, and try to be careful. It's a very expensive part, and we don't have equipment. Oh, that sounded more callous than intended. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe. Don't bring my expensive shit.
This must be your car.
Yep, it now does spiders.
Found it!
Excellent. I'll operate the platform directly below the telescope so you can install the array. Don't worry, it's very easy. Have fun. Brilliant, you got it. I'll just run a quick diagnostic on it. Yes, it's in perfect order. All right, we're good to go. Let's take a look at the skies. Shut this down. There's a problem with the automated coolant system. Somebody just interrupted the flow.
So now what?
Well, you could go and open the secondary coolant flow valves manually. I know it's dangerous,